It appears Justin Trudeau is taking the holiday break to decide his next move, despite growing calls to either step down or call an early election.
So CTV National's Jeremy Sharon has the latest on this and is joining us live this morning. Good morning, Jeremy. So any new developments this morning, new social media messages from Donald Trump aimed at Canada?
Yeah, good morning. No new posts from Donald Trump aimed at Canada. Almost surprisingly, you could say, because they're a daily occurrence at this point. We do have a response, though, from Ontario Premier Doug Ford. Prime Minister Trudeau has still yet to respond to Donald Trump, President-elect Donald Trump's ongoing comments about Canada becoming the 51st state. But we have now heard from Ontario Premier Doug Ford. Yesterday, President-elect Donald Trump posted to social media again, making comments about Canada becoming the 51st state, calling it a great idea, saying that, or claiming that many Canadians want it. He said it would be better for Canadians because they would pay less taxes and have better military protection. Premier Doug Ford taking issue with that post last night, commenting, saying that Canada will never become the 51st state, saying that Canadians fight for Canadians and Canadians are proud to be Canadians, and so that will never happen. The big question, though, still remains, what does the Prime Minister have to say about it? He has yet to comment publicly about this ongoing now message that we continue to hear from President-elect Donald Trump, where he says Canada should become the 51st state, has called Prime Minister Justin Trudeau the governor of the great state of Canada. An ongoing theme that we have seen with no word yet or no response yet here from the Prime Minister.
Jeremy, there's no question that PM's in a precarious position. He's lost support from some of his caucus members. A lot of them have been speaking out. It seems like Dominic LeBlanc is now the minister of everything. And you're hearing about a potential cabinet shuffle. What's going on and who's left to actually be in cabinet that still supports Trudeau?
Great question. I think the safest thing I can say is that if that cabinet is shuffled, it is likely we'll see some new faces in that cabinet because, to your point, who is left? So, look, I think going into this week, there was a lot of talk here in Ottawa about a potential cabinet shuffle. There have been talks for months about a cabinet shuffle, but there was talk that it could happen as early as Wednesday this week. Now, what unfolded Monday in Chrystia Freeland, resigning from her role as Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister, threw a wrench into those plans, as we can see. What we are hearing and what continues to be the talk in Ottawa is that we could still see a cabinet shuffle this week or prior to the end of the week. That leaves today or tomorrow. Remains to be seen if that actually happens or not. What we have discovered is that now Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc, as well as Intergovernmental Affairs Minister, for now, has told a New Brunswick newspaper that Mark Carney is no longer in the conversation. So if we see a cabinet shuffle this week, it is expected Mark Carney will not be shuffled into Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's cabinet. Of course, many will remember that there was a lot of talk about Mark Carney, renewed talk that the Prime Minister had been publicly going after him again to replace Chrystia Freeland. With everything that unfolded Monday, those plans seem to have changed, and Dominic LeBlanc, Finance Minister, says that Mark Carney's out of the conversation. That's one thing we have heard publicly from the new Finance Minister. The big question still, do we see a shuffle at some point today or tomorrow before the end of the week?
The plan blew up in the Prime Minister's face, clearly.
Yeah, and we are all waiting with bated breath to see what happens later today. CTV National's Jeremy Sharon joining us live. Thanks so much, Jeremy.